Hey guys, Ryan Gresham here. This Gun Talk Nation podcast was actually recorded a few weeks back before this coronavirus craziness happened. That's why we didn't really talk about it in the podcast. Hope everybody's doing okay out there.
Welcome to Gun Talk Nation. This episode of Gun Talk Nation brought to you by Crimson Trace, the firearm industry leader in electro-optics, and Airgun Depot. Airguns can. All right.
You
Gun
make
Talk
it sound
Nation.
so professional.
Yeah. Voice actor.
I mean,
Yes.
so you give that inflection, man. Give it good.
I mean, I could go bigger. I used to be in radio. Now I'm on podcasts.
so that's your measuring stick.
Is that a demotion?
Yeah, it might be. It
used
might
to be a real thing. Didn't you used to be Ryan Gresham? All right. Today, our guest is Gary Killingsworth. Gary is actually on Team Gun Talk now. Woo!
You
Team
finally
Gun
came
Talk.
over to the dark side.
Yeah.
Like,
So Gary, tell us why you're here.
yeah.
What do you
Share
do
your
here?
feelings.
I haven't found out yet. I'm surprised to be here.
Oh, it's Office Space. What would you say you do
Well,
here?
Yeah. Well, you know, I handle the paper. The engineers don't talk to people.
That's right. Michael Bolton. I celebrate the man's entire catalog.
Yeah, I have joined
So
the dark side.
Gary's a digital guru guy. We're trying to, bring in the expert.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you're missing voids in,
We go.
you got to go. We need this void filled.
This is the guy.
Who can we get?
Yeah.
That.
This is the.
That's what
That's it.
we get. We get Gary
him.
Killingsworth.
This is what that looks like.
Yeah. So, you're not actually down where we are. You're kind of doing this whole thing remotely,
Yep.
which we like and we don't like already.
Yeah,
I don't like it because you're fun to hang out with, and he is 100% a gun guy.
But he
living
just
in
likes
a non-gun state.
that rainy, cold, horrible Oregon weather.
That's that's
my vibe.
the myth that we keep up
Yeah.
about the weather and
Don't tell anybody it's not like that all the time.
exactly.
Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of gun culture in Oregon. There are a lot of gun companies or gun industry companies in
There
Oregon.
is. There really is. You know, I was thinking about it. As I was driving to the airport, and whatnot, because Oregon is known. We're known for Portland,
Right.
And what Portland connotates.
Yep.
Right. And you wouldn't imagine there being a really strong gun culture in Oregon. There is.
There is. Well, Oregon is another one of those states where I describe it as the tail that wags the dog.
Yeah.
You have Portland and then you have the rest of Oregon.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, I know there's Eugene and Salem and stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, square mile wise, there's a lot of Oregon that are just people out there doing their thing in the outdoors,
Absolutely.
hunting, shooting, whatever it may be.
It might as well be Middle America.
Sure.
I mean, outside of the cities. I mean, that's what you're going to see.
One of my favorite places on earth is Bend, Oregon.
breweries.
Oh my
Beautiful.
gosh.
Lots
It's
of breweries.
beautiful.
Yep.
And there are a few breweries.
Just a couple.
Come on.
Let's cut to the chase
square,
here.
Yeah, let's cut it. How many in square miles is there per
I think
brewery?
Oregon has the most. Do they have the most breweries? I know for a while they did.
I have a
I've-
purpose.
Microbreweries.
I'm working on trying to check off each one.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
Gary's a beer guy for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
10 Barrel. I love 10 Barrel.
Love 10 Barrel.
Oh.
Love 10 Barrel. 10
And-
Barrel is great.
10 Barrel if you're in Boise. They have it in,
Yeah.
or Boise if you're from there
Boise.
apparently.
22 breweries
in Bend.
in Bend.
And Bend is a small
Yeah.
town.
It's a small town, so it's 90% breweries.
Oh, and there,
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I was there this last weekend and there was 5 more that I never had even seen
Yeah.
or heard of. So
Gee.
And they have all the growler stations.
Oh, hold on a second.
Oh,
That was thrown out in 2017. There were 22.
oh
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
So
Find
it's
us-
got to be over 40.
Use the Googles.
Yeah.
I'm
Come on.
using the Googles.
Well, one of the things I took note of driving around the other day in Oregon. I'm just outside of Portland.
Yeah.
So I'm in, free Oregon mostly. You'll see more Oregonian stickers.
Oregonian.
Really?
Awesome. Oregonian
Nice.
hats, stickers, they're everywhere. And when you see them, like if you go into downtown Portland, you'll see, big truck.
Yeah.
Big Oregonian sticker on the back with
Awesome.
an AR-15
Awesome.
across it. And,
Yeah, not what you would expect in that area.
no.
All right, so we ought to talk about guns because I think this show is called Gun Talk Nation, right?
Yeah, most of the time.
We just named it though.
Yeah,
It's a new thing, and we'll
Right,
see.
it's a deal.
Maybe it turns into beer talk. Maybe there's more money and certainly more beer in doing
So
beer
is
talk.
it now Brew Talk Nation?
Brew
Is
Talk
that,
Nation?
TM.
Yeah.
So
I probably a lot of the audience would go, yeah, we could get on board with that.
Yeah.
We could talk about beer.
Yeah.
well, let's separate it.
So you've been in the gun industry for how long?
I've been in the industry for just under 10 years.
All right.
Yeah.
So Gary is a hunter and a shooter. He's not just a graphic design nerd.
Yeah.
And
I am that.
Computer.
but you are that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
So we were talking about weird stuff you see on the range. We were talking about funny stories from working the booths because you've done SHOT Show and NRA Show for like a decade.
Yeah.
I mean, an NRA Show, it's coming up. By the way, NRA Show's coming up.
Yep.
Nashville.
And for booth folks, it's horrible.
April,
It
it's
is
mid-April in
awful.
Nashville. So you should come. It's a super fun show.
Yeah.
And all the booths were there. But because it's a consumer show and open to the public, you get all walks of life and all variety of gun fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
So
it's the
Yeah.
questions.
I always, because I don't work booths. I just go around to other booths. But I always ask the guys who work the booths,
Yeah.
what stories do you have for me?
Oh, yeah.
How many?
There's-
Let's start by this. How many guns have you had drawn on you at the NRA show?
Well, not drawn out of personal.
No, not personally, but
Or have you?
they're going, "Hey, I need to show you something."
It's usually that. So it's rare. It's rare that you don't catch them prior. And
Right.
So their carry gun.
Yep.
They want to show you their carry gun.
Right.
In the booth.
Yeah. It is.
Because you got to check this out.
No.
Well, it's either
Leave it in the holster.
It's either a you need to check this out, or it's a do you have a product that fits this? Let me show
Yeah.
it to you.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
can you install this
It's-
accessory?
Oh my
it's
gosh.
the whole. This is my grandpappy's carry gun.
Yeah.
Can you fit it with
He
the
has it
laser?
in a-
His eyes are horrible.
He has it in a pocket, no
Yeah.
holster,
Yeah.
no nothing.
Yep. And you're
That's-
you're wrapping them up. You know, you're making sure
You're going full Krav Maga on
Yeah.
him or whatever.
you talk it down a little bit, and probably
Just
the,
describe it for me.
so it's funny because I mean, yeah, that happens. That happens from time to time. I mean, I would say that over the last few years, that's probably happened less.
Yeah, That's
and
good.
I think that has a lot to do with the popularity of concealed carry and a resurgence in training and things
Right.
like that. Probably also some shaming that
Well,
has taken place.
a little.
Yeah. But I would say probably the most memorable thing that actually happened that I got to experience was NRA show a couple years ago, and in the booth that I was working in, we had some an untethered pistol that was in the booth because it was underneath glass. It was part of a giveaway display. And a lot of times you'll have labor that's there to help set up the booth and manage things, or something falls down or something needs to be managed. And we had a kid that was working with us, great kid, but not a gun guy. He knew that if something needed to be adjusted in that display, that what he needed to do is make sure that that gun was taken care of. So midway through the show, there was someone coming through the booth that had a Secret Service detail with them.
Okay.
All right.
It happens at the NRA show for
Which,
sure.
yeah, absolutely. And they had moseyed kind of through the booth.
Let's call him Ronald Rump Senior.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, full detail. Kind of just came right on through. Our something fell down in that display that needed to be taped back up, and he knew. Our guy, he was a contractor, but he knew that gun couldn't be left alone. So he just grabbed the gun and walked with it around to the back corner to make sure it was taken care of, that no one walked
So
away.
it's
with
not
it.
just a loose gun sitting
So
there.
it's not just a loose gun. He missed the Secret Service by 15 seconds,
Oh my
maybe.
God.
walking. walking around with the gun in his hand,
with ill intent in his heart,
waving this pistol.
Had his hoodie up and everything.
Oh,
I mean, just
no.
That was
That's a good one. Yeah, good stories. All right, we gotta pay the bills real quick. One of the companies making this possible is Crimson Trace. Since 1994, Crimson Trace has defined and built the laser sighting category through design, innovation, and performance. With an obsession to create best-in-class electro-optics, Crimson Trace now offers a full line of lasers, lights, reflex sights, red dots, rifle scopes for tactical and sporting applications. Most Crimson Trace products include free batteries for life. That's sweet. And all scopes are backed by a lifetime warranty. Also sweet. Find yours at your local dealer or at crimsontrace.com. And also Airgun Depot. Airgun Depot is your source for airgun deals, new product releases, and reviews into the world of BB guns, pellet guns, and airsoft guns. Airguns offer shooters more trigger time without the usual obstacles like space, time, or money. Amazingly accurate with enough power to take down game. You can hunt with them.
Big game, too.
Yeah, you can hunt with these. Big game with these. Airguns are quiet, inexpensive, easy, and fun. Find out what airguns can do at airgundepot.com. All right, got that out of the way. Actually, airguns are really cool.
yes, they are.
So I think,
Modern airguns.
okay, I've got to go back and hit on this, like being in the booth and being at shows and seeing some wild stuff in the booth.
Yeah.
Because
You've worked the booth
oh
for
my
some
gosh,
shows.
Yeah. It's for some big companies, too.
Yeah.
And you see some wild stuff go down in those. But a few years ago, it wasn't that long ago, and I had just come here, there was a massive theft on the floor. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, at SHOT Show, right?
And how they caught these guys.
I love this. This is my favorite.
Was the best.
Right.
Well, I think we all love stories of dumb crooks. And this is another example. So
But he thought he was smart.
he's wicked
yeah.
smart.
He thought he was.
yeah.
So so they stole, I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of like 45 guns
Yeah.
off the show floor.
Yeah.
And
To understand these guns, any gun that is on any show floor does not have firing pins.
Right.
correct. They're and their guns,
That's a key point in this story.
they've been made safe and
And they're tagged by the show.
they're tagged, right?
Yes.
So SHOT Show, you have their safety officers that come around and make sure that all these guns are safe. They couldn't be fired if you dropped a round into them.
Yep.
Which we all appreciate since people point the guns every which
Thank
way.
you.
Yep. But so these couple guys stole like 45 guns in Las Vegas, and the ATF and law enforcement, they're looking for them, and they just said, we're just going to put a little a notice out to all the gun shops in the area. Hey, let us know if anybody comes in trying to buy firing pins.
Yeah. Be kind of nice to know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, no one's going to do this. This is this would be so stupid to do.
No one would order a lot online, pick them up somewhere else, or do anything like that. No one's that dumb.
They walk into a store in like Henderson, Nevada, or wherever, and go, I need 15 firing pins for an AR-15. The guy's like,
wait, I got an alert about this.
What?
Like, there's something going on.
So what happened to the firing pins in your guns?
Yeah.
Bro.
Broke them all.
I don't need any other parts.
Yeah.
That's the only part
Just
I need.
firing
I'm good.
pins.
Yeah.
I can't go buy one here or one out of state here.
Right.
Order one. Over time, it's like, I'm going to buy them all at once.
Yeah.
Like, hey, give me 15
One of the good things we have going for
Yeah.
us is, in general, criminals are lazy.
Yeah.
Which is why they're criminals. They're looking for the shortcut to whatever, which is helpful. Most of them don't learn how this stuff works or get out and train and shoot and all that stuff. But that was funny. So I think he said, wait right here. I think I have him in the back.
Yeah. Hello, officer.
Yeah.
Get over here right now.
Yeah.
10-4, good buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roger,
That's
Dodger.
what cops say.
The red tiger is in the building. The red tiger is in the building. And they're like,
they had to have had some cool nickname for that.
Why don't you just say, I think they're here. They're buying firing pins. Red tiger, red tiger.
Yeah. That's how it goes down, man.
Yeah.
I've seen movies.
That's right. That's right.
But that's one of my favorite stories over the years. But you always get the question, what you ought to do. Everyone knows that their mom and their grandma and them would buy this gun.
Yeah.
But what you ought to do, you ought to make this gun in.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's what it always is.
Well, one of the things between people who are not in the industry, they ask about SHOT Show a lot because it's, it's hollowed ground.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you've got the NRA show, which is a consumer show, which anyone can come to. And they're very different between between the
really
two.
different.
And,
SHOT Show is all business.
it's all business.
I mean, that's what it's all about.
You can't buy anything.
It's hard for me to say it's a cool show. It would be a cool show if I said this year.
Yeah.
I would love to come to SHOT Show and just like attend SHOT Show.
Yeah, sure.
It'd be neat. But
Sure.
you have meeting after meeting after meeting. It's, you're trying to get stuff
Nightcaps.
done.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
But NRA Show is actually that. You can just come and hang out. And
Yeah.
they also have seminars at the NRA Show, which
Yeah.
I don't usually get to participate because I'm working. But I mean, all kinds of cool stuff going on.
And stuff for
And
stuff for
concerts.
kids too, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of kids
A
out
lot
there.
of kids
Yeah.
there.
And that's one of the
I would
great
encourage
things
you to
about
bring your kids out. It's a fun way to get them involved. I mean, my kids who they shoot a little bit, but all of a sudden they go to the NRA Show and they're like, "We got it, Dad. We got to get this thing. We got to get that thing."
That's right.
And then all of a
That's right.
sudden,
It's basically
they're an internet meme.
And if you're
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you're a dad like me, then you kind of you get the green light because now it's like kids are on board, mom's on board.
Just
Exactly.
justified purchases.
Yeah,
Exactly.
totally. Yes.
Which we all need. We
Absolutely.
all need justified purchases,
Yeah.
and that's important to get the kids on board.
Yeah.
Because they don't stop asking.
Oh, something else that's happened at the NRA Show this year is the Hired Guns.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Hired
back.
Guns.
The Hired
Yeah.
Guns is a band comprised of people in the gun industry, and so some of you guys may have seen it. We've done it in past years at the NRA Show. But Gary plays a little guitar and sings a little bit. I play drums and sing. I've been doing it for years, and I started meeting all these folks in the industry who are like, "Oh yeah, I play bass, or I play guitar, or I play this." So let's put together a band.
Yeah.
So this year at the NRA Show is the Thursday night. What date is that? It's the night before the NRA Show starts on Friday, and we're going to be at the Tin Roof Bar on Broadway, downtown Nashville.
April 25th.
No, that's not right.
Wait.
27th.
27th?
No, 17th, 18th.
Oh yeah. I
It's a
forget.
Thursday.
I forget
It's in April.
that NRA scheduled.
You're looking at the wrong year. You're in 2019.
That's what I'm
Hey.
doing.
It's evergreen content.
All right.
Hey.
It's all,
Note to
Oh
self.
my gosh, it is
Note to self.
2020.
Don't ask KJ to look up anything anymore.
I didn't bring my phone with me.
Where am I? What's my name?
Okay, here it is. No,
April.
I'm a month off.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was right. No, it's crap. It's April 12th or April
You need to
11th.
stop talking.
Look,
no.
The poor folks here are going to be so confused
Yeah.
by the time they get to Nashville.
So you're going to be
Thursday, April 16th is what we were looking for.
That's right.
Sorry.
2020.
Once again, several worthy charities
I'm
have been
telling you.
robbed of gaining dollars because you got all the answers wrong on
Well.
Celebrity Jeopardy.
I was a year off and 12 days.
Well, it was a leap year, so it's
Yeah,
all you
that's where it's off.
Scratch all that.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's open to the public. You can come by. You can heckle us. I think we're going to have a big raffle going on some guns and raise a little money for some worthwhile gun groups. And Gary, you'll play some music, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
And I would definitely like to take this moment to thank my mom and dad for not enrolling me in any music classes whatsoever growing up, because I can just sit back and I can heckle.
That's
KJ
right.
is going to be the
Pressure's
dancer.
off.
KJ, like, the dancer on the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to be KJ.
I could do that.
Yeah. He's going to
He-
be the dancer.
I
Yeah.
could see
Let's
see
do
some
that.
tambourine. In the
I'll
future.
be you guys' hype man.
Yes. Up to this. Get a run for Gary. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
He's the man.
Are you going to be passing out flat brims?
Yes.
Yes.
Huh?
You get a flat brim. You get a flat brim.
Yep.
You get a flat
They fly better. Fly.
brim. Yeah.
They do
oh,
fly.
yeah, they do.
That's nice.
They block more shade.
Is that true?
Yeah. That's why all the
Studied that.
baseball players wear them.
That's why?
Yeah. How many baseball players do you see wear curved bills?
It's because he's got Oakleys
None.
that are like the size of,
Yeah.
house flies.
And they're flat.
Yeah, and they're flat.
Right. Yeah.
So a little known fact, I don't know if you know this about Gary, that he's a movie star.
I do know that.
Yeah. Well, the audience may not know.
Forgot about that.
So
You almost
yeah.
forgot that you're a movie star? Hold on a second.
well, he's
It's uncredited. So
he's in a movie.
Yeah.
He may not be a star. So tell him what happened, how this went down, because this is a fun story.
oh yeah, famous for being safe.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Good
so
for you.
we were at this was at SHOT Show several years ago, and the people working on the movie came by the booth I was in and said, "We want you guys to be in the movie War Dogs."
War Dogs, which is a cool, fun movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Yep.
Miles Teller.
Yeah.
So got to myself and a couple colleagues. We went down to. A lot of people think that that montage scene was filmed at SHOT Show. It was actually a set that was built at the LA Convention Center. So we went down to LA and literally constructed the booth just as we would have at any other trade show. Literally worked the booth like we would at any other trade show, with the exception of none of the guns were tethered. And it was all background actors. And so anytime they would call, because it's a montage, they're trying to film, and you got cameras kind of everywhere. You're supposed to just act normal.
Yeah.
We're talking to these people about product just like we would at any other show.
Yeah.
But the difference is when as soon as the scene was cut, they start picking up the guns, putting them in their mouth, pointing them at each other. And we're,
oh my
gosh.
Going,
no. Because you're having a heart attack.
They're all assuming
because
these are
actors
just
are used to being props. Yeah.
Oh my God. And this is LA. This is LA. I mean,
it's all pretend.
Yeah. It's all pretend. They probably have never been around a real gun that they're aware of.
Yeah.
And so we're baffled as to what to do. So we have to start kind of telling the production people, like, hey, these are real guns. Like, yeah, I mean, we're extremely nervous. We don't know any of these people. None of these are tethered. And they started bringing in then prop guns that were mixing with some of our guns that we brought. It started becoming a little bit chaotic. And finally, Todd Phillips,
the director of it, he also directed a bunch of other, The Hangover.
A whole bunch of stuff. He comes on his megaphone. He yells at all the background actors and says, These people in this booth, this booth, and this booth are real firearm industry people. Do not put the guns in your mouth. Do not touch them. Don't point them at each other.
Put the guns in your mouth?
Yeah. Oh, all of it.
Oh my God.
So I get pulled into a scene because they wanted to use a laser. They wanted to have a laser pointed at the camera. Because there's a shot in the movie where Miles Teller has a red dot on his chest.
Right.
And so I was told to show this actor, have him hold the gun out, and he's going to shine the laser towards the camera on this side, and then I'm going to see that that's happening, and then correct him.
Like, hey, stop pointing the gun.
Right.
Yeah.
So this guy, I mean, it's a 1911. He picks it up, and he's holding it like this. He's
cradling it like
he's got both fingers both of his index fingers inside the trigger guard, and he's holding it like that. So
he's not left-handed or right-handed. Right. He's both-handed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm working with him. I'm helping him and things like that. And I get his grip to where it looks legitimate enough to kind of work for the situation.
Yeah.
They film a couple takes, and then Todd Phillips, director, says, cut, comes running over, and he's screaming at this guy. And he says, why is your finger not on the trigger? And I'm standing there next to him.
Going, because it's not something that he wants to destroy.
That wouldn't look accurate at all. That would not look. And he just looks at me, kind of bears down on me, and goes, okay. walks back, and a couple of people came up to me and goes, I can't believe he just didn't tear your head off just now.
Really?
And I said, well, and so they shot the scene, and then,
do you want it accurate or not?
Yeah,
I'm your guy.
Yeah.
Like, you should have just snapped back at him, like, because I said so.
Right. Yeah.
I am
look
now,
at this
industry expert.
Yeah. I'm now the firearm consultant on this movie.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to need a day rate.
Yeah. Where's my papers?
Yeah. Oh, you should have. Man, I would have signed them all on the spot.
Well, I did sign them all, and what they all are, all the papers were essentially like, you're here on a product placement deal and you won't be credited, et cetera, et cetera. Cool. So go away for a year or so, and I have no idea if I'm going to be in the movie or if any of those shots are going to be in the movie. And turns out it was.
Yeah.
So,
I remember watching it because I remember you said, maybe I heard you told me you were going to be in it or something. And I watched it and I was like, wait, was that it? And I rewound it. And it literally is like seconds.
It's that long.
Yeah. Oh, there's Gary. There he goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But I mean, it didn't stop. Like my dad had a screenshot made from it into a mug.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So Killingsworth family story for sure. So,
It's where it
Gotta-
all began.
You got to have your 15 minutes.
that's right. That's right.
All right. Well, Gary, thanks for being with us.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank
being
you.
on the Team Gun Talk with us. We'll probably have Gary on from time to time. You'll see him showing up at NRA show videos and other things we're doing. I mean, he is a real deal gun guy, and I know you've done some instructing too, right? A little bit.
I have.
Yeah. So we'll be having some fun.
A little.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. All right. So thanks for listening to Gun Talk Nation. Be safe out there.